Who should be on power chord? I've given this a lot of thought, and my mind changes like every few minutes because there's so many people I would like to talk to or hear from, actually. Ask a bunch of questions. But probably number one on my list would be Quincy Jones, the immortal Q. Man with 100 Grammy nominations, 30 wins, one of the few people, first African American to be nominated twice in the same year for an Academy Award. Just the prolifics of what he has seen and accomplished and how he approaches music would be amazing to be a part of and listen to. But, he seems like the type of guy you just want to sit in a room and have him tell you stories. Stories about his life, stories about his adventures, story about how he likes to live, and then you'd get around, I'm sure it'd all be interfused with music. Second on the list is I was listening to the radio this morning and I heard 3 songs, and every one of those songs, 3 songs in a row actually, and every one of those songs was recorded, or scratch that, every one of those songs was written by Carole King, but she only sang one of them. So I got to thinking that someone, again, with a prolific history who still stayed modern. She wrote for other people, then had an emergence of herself as a solo artist, and then still does it today. And now she's, had a Broadway play written about her musical, which is running on her. She would be fascinating. There is a new dance pop duo, underground feel. Pop, don't get the wrong impression by the word pop. Milky Chance out of Germany. I think they're cousins. But the songs that they write are unusual, very melodic. You wouldn't expect a lot of acoustic guitar or real instruments in a dance duo. And these guys, I think, have a lot of weight and meat on their bones, basically. They're going to be something to be paid attention to in the future. But I like what I hear so far, and I think it'd be an interesting perspective to hear their take on how they write their songs and where their music comes from. Last but not least, I think we haven't heard enough from Brian Setzer. You all know him as the Stray Cats guitar player and the leader of that, but besides being a brilliant guitar player who's rarely rated as the monster player that he is, during the height of grunge in the early 90s, he went completely the opposite, decided to write big band charts and orchestrations and arrangements for all kinds of material, rock songs included, and he would chart them out for a 16-piece orchestra, which then he took on the road and still takes on the road every year for Christmas specials this year. It's pretty amazing. But musical eclecticism of where he comes from, being seen as a rockabilly guitar player in the Eddie Cochran vein, I think it'd be interesting to get his take on how he approaches the songs, where his musicianship comes from, and why he likes to practice. All right, that's what I say. I say those are the ones I'd like to see on power chord just this minute.